guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Daniela and this is my channel. This is where the fun happens. Stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss out. But seriously, you should subscribe. Today's video is all about long-lasting makeup that will last you through a full day of work, school, or just like a long day ahead of you, whether you're running a bunch of errands or if you just want a nice look that will last you hours on end. This is the makeup look that I've been using recently for work, and it's definitely lasted me all day. I'm talking 12 plus hours, so that's how you know it's good. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and what products I've been using so my makeup lasts all day, just keep watching. So I've already primed my skin. I just used my normal primer, which is the Guerlain primer. And yeah, so just use a primer that works for skin and that you know is going to allow your makeup to last all day and to set it in place. So that's like the main thing is first starting with your base. So moisturizing your skin, applying your serums, applying your under eye cream. So I've done all that before. I'll list all those products in the description box. So just make sure that your base is ready to go. Always start with a good base so that everything else that you put on your face looks good. For foundation, what I've been using for work and what has been working for long hours is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I use the shade Valoris. And I'm just going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Now this is definitely, I think, a little bit dark for my skin tone at the moment because my self-tan faded. But I will be self-tanning tonight, so yeah. And I'm using this e.l.f. brush. I usually use this to cream contour because it's very good for stippling. It is clean, so I haven't used any cream contour before this. And my Cosmetics brushes are currently drying because I did wash them. So that's why I'm not using that brush today. But any dense brush will definitely give you a more full coverage look and definitely allow you to achieve that full coverage. At least Sunday, 8 p.m. and I've been dying to film all week, but I've just been trying to adjust to a new work schedule. So it looks like the weekends are when I'll be filming my videos, and then throughout the week I will do my best to edit them so I can post at least 2 times a week, which I think is feasible. I think I could definitely do that for you guys. What's great about this foundation is that when you first apply it, or when you apply it, it does not apply extremely luminous. It's just like a nice semi-matte finish. And those are the kind of foundations that are gonna stick to your face and really stay on all day. Once I've applied my foundation, I'll just go in with my concealer. And I think I've mentioned this plenty of times, but I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I picked up a new shade, which is Nude. So this is definitely better for me when I am a lighter shade. What I like about this, what I like about that powder is that it is very mattifying. So it definitely helps with the longevity of your makeup. Your oils seep through much less than if you were to not set your concealer, or if you were to use a powder that's more on the luminous side, like the Hourglass powder. So I previously was using that under my eyes, but I did notice that I did get a little bit more oily quicker or faster throughout the day. And especially when you're working a full 8-9 hour shift, you're commuting, going back and forth, you definitely want something that's going to be locked in place. So opting for something that's definitely much more matte will allow your makeup to stay on much longer. So I'm just dipping into that Peach Perfect powder. And by the way, it does taste like peaches, so if it falls into your mouth, you're good. So I apply this powder on my chin, my nose, under the eyes, around the nose, basically everywhere that I do get oily. A little bit between the eyebrows. I look crazy. This looks insane in the viewfinder. I don't know if it's looking just as insane on camera, but it is what it is. So then what I'll do on the rest of my face is use my Hourglass powder, the veil powder, and I'll just set that foundation in place with that. And that one is definitely more voluminous powder. My powders, the next step I do is setting them. Like I like to set my powders mid makeup. I just find that it looks a lot less powdery and more natural. So I'm just gonna use my MAC Fix Plus. Now that the eyebrows are done, I just literally do the quickest eyeshadow look ever. So this week I've been using the Desi x Katy Friendcation palette. So what I'll do is I'll go in with a bone color, and that's the shade Basic. I'll go in and just apply that all over the lid. Just like so. Because let's be real, on mornings, we're in a rush. We don't have time to do an extravagant eye look. Then after that, what I'll do is I'll go in with a light brown shade. So the shade I use is Necessary. And I just use any old regular blending brush. And I just apply that in the crease just to make our eyes look dimensional and give it some shape. So then after I go in and blend that shadow, I'll just apply some shadow to the lower lid, and I'll usually do a darker brown shade. So the one I use is Churro. And this is more of a rich brown shade, whereas Necessary is muted. Okay, and boom. So now that that's done, the next step I'll go in with is bronzer. So the bronzer that I've been obsessed with lately is the Becca Sunlit bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. This is such a beautiful shade because although it's just like a really pretty bronzer shade, but it has a really nice sheen to it. And I'm just using this e.l.f. angled blush brush. But this root works really well when you're trying to chisel the cheeks out. So bronzing is done, but I always like to do a little bit of contouring. I'll go in my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow and just use the bronzer shade or whatever shade as my contour. And I just use this Morphe brush. It's the M437 brush. Then I do a little bit of nose contour, nothing too structured. On a day-to-day basis, I just go for a very neutral, plain blush. Nothing too crazy or out there. So I will go in with the MAC Sincere blush and just apply that to the cheeks. And I really love this Eco Tools Sheer Blush brush. It just blends your blush out so nicely. So I bring the blush up to the cheeks, and then I'll put a little bit right here to make it look like we have some color. Boom. So boom, 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 we're done. Then the next step is applying mascara. So I'm just gonna do that very quickly. I'll speed through it. So on most days, I'll stop the eyes at that. I'll apply mascara and then just keep moving and finish up the makeup. But some days I am feeling extra and I do lashes. So this is version 1 of an eye look. Just simple. nice minimal eyeshadow and your mascara, and you look put together. But for those of you who want to do a little bit more like I do, we're going to go in and pop some lashes on. So a good lash that I like to do on an everyday basis are the Ardell Demi Wispies. So what I like about them is that they're lightweight, but they still add that drama that you want from your lashes. Brain fart. So I'm going to go in and apply these. You can use any shadow. You can use any eyelash that works for you. I just really love these. They're affordable. You can find them at the drugstore. And you can just see how that one lash definitely adds instant drama and just makes your eyes pop. And that's on some days I want that drama. So now, oh, highlighter. Girl, how could I forget? So for highlighter, I literally just pick any highlighter that's in my collection. I'll normally go for like a more subtle highlight for an everyday basis. So the highlight that I like using, or one of them, is the Kevyn Starlight. Is it Starlight? Well, it's the Kevyn Celestial Powder, and this is the shade Starlight. And it just gives you that like kind of highlight from within. Look, I mean, like, it's still beaming, but it's really pretty because it doesn't emphasize your texture. And then lastly is the lips. I usually just go for a nude lip. Yesterday I picked up this NYX, I know there's a really long name to this, the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on waterproof extreme color lip liner. So good, the name had to be this long. And this is the shade Sugar Gloss. Use. I normally will grab like more of a matte shade. Where is it? Okay. So I normally have been, so this past week I've been using Yash. Actually like pretty identical to that lip liner. And last but not least, I'll set my face one more time. So that is the completed makeup look. Like I said, I do this with or without the lashes, but it definitely lasts me all day. As long as I powder once or twice throughout the day, it looks very good. And so guys, that concludes today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I taught you a few tricks or introduced some new products to you that will help your makeup last longer. This definitely has been working for me, and I couldn't be happier, especially at a long day of work. You do want your makeup to look good, even if you need to go out after work. So those are the products that I've been using, and I am very, very happy. Please make sure to subscribe. It's free and you get to see more from me. It's just that red button down below, and there's also the bell icon next to it. When you hit that, you'll just be notified of all my new videos. So if you guys want to stay tuned, just make sure to do that. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and subscribing. I'll see you in my next video.